Howdy, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
All
Bob.
right, we're still talking about tool number 5 that you can use to help combat your back pain. We're talking about sitting.
Sitting.
And sitting correctly. This time we're going to talk about sitting in your office. In case you didn't watch our other videos on sitting, what we're concerned about is that, one, you put your back into a rounded out C posture, slumped posture, slouch posture, right?
Like
And you're
this,
supposed to be in
working.
S posture, where you actually have a slight curve in, a slight curve out, a slight curve in, and S.
Yeah.
And the second problem that people have, probably the bigger problem, Brad, in the office, is they just stay in one position for a long time. They don't get up and walk around.
Right. Get involved with their work. You know, who knows
Right,
what their
get
policies
focused.
are, but getting up every hour or so is really can be very helpful.
No, I'm going to talk a little bit about the standing desk, Brad. When I was back in 1985.
Whoa, they had
I was-
computers back then?
Yeah, I was still a student
Oh,
in physical therapy,
yeah.
and I hurt my back. I was moving, and I tried to do it all by myself.
sure.
And
Yeah.
I think I had a disc problem, a herniated disc.
Yeah.
And I did not sit for a month after that.
Oh, really?
I knew well enough not to sit.
Sure.
So I did all my notes on a countertop.
Yeah.
So same with you. I want you, if you have back pain, really less than the amount that you sit.
Lesson?
Less. Yeah.
So yeah,
Decrease.
if you can avoid sitting, one thing I do like to do is I'll always pick a tall stool versus
Sure,
sitting down in
yes,
the chair
yes.
because I can have better posture with my back and feel comfortable.
Now, the other thing you want to do is, it's going to help a lot, is to make sure you use some type of support in your chair. Now, we talked about this in the other video, but if you are a person with an ample buttock
Yeah.
and you have a big gap
Yep.
in your back when you sit with the butt up against the chair,
Yep.
then you're going to want to use a big lumbar arch support.
Yep. Larger support. You can start with a towel like this
Right.
and roll it to different sizes until you figure out what size is comfortable and fits your low back.
Now, Brad has a slim build, so you don't need much of a support.
No. And
Same with me.
I can see even this one when I go back like this, it's not comfortable. So I will
Right, it's too
not do
much.
that. And actually, for me, I find that something like this, where it's more straight, it's actually memory foam. It took me a few tries. I worked with a number of those before I found this one, and this one is absolutely.
And I don't like this one that Brad has.
no.
I think it works well for him because he has spondy.
Yeah.
You want to say it?
Spondylolisthesis, but I like the way you pronounce it now too.
And spinal stenosis will do also.
Right, which a lot of people 60 and over will tend to have
Yeah.
more of that.
I think those are better for that type of person. This is about the one that I would like.
Yeah.
That's that thick.
Yep. And this is actually adjustable. It's got air in it, opens and closes. But if you look, there are 50 different of lumbar.
Right.
There's a lot of them.
It's endless.
Yep.
So again, I would recommend that you might consider having a standing desk because it really does help take stress off the back every so often.
Yep.
Like,
So the desks that go up and down,
Yep.
that you're working on, so you can stand. What is the rule of thumb? Every 20
I'd
minutes.
say like every half hour, just a couple minutes. But what I do is every half hour we'll stand for 15 minutes.
Yep. And then,
So-
yep.
But even more important maybe is to get out and get a drink of water or
Right.
go visit with
Actually
somebody, go
do some-
gossip, walk outside. But that's probably even more important.
Right.
So,
Yep. If you got a copy machine, you got to go over and make a copy or do some fax.
I
They
am
don't
gonna
fax anymore, but
no,
whatever.
I'm going to mention, Brad, also if you're sitting, you mind sitting right there.
I would love to sit.
If this is your computer,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
screen.
yes.
if it's too low, look what Brad's going to do.
It just brings you down, especially you
Right.
forget about your posture because you're focused on your work.
Right. So you want to make sure the screen is high enough to keep your back in the right position.
But don't let the keyboard, if you
Right.
got a laptop, go up with it. Get a wireless keyboard, and you can even keep the keyboard on your lap. And keep
Right.
the screen up is actually a good situation.
Yeah, you basically want to keep your upper arm vertical.
Yeah. So not this, but keep it down here. Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, I think there's another movie that's coming out with those
Really?
creatures. Yeah.
So, all right. Again, important to control sitting when you have back pain. So,
Very much.
check out our program. It's at bobbrad.com.
That's our website.
Yep, and it's got PDF printouts.
Yes, go to bobandbrad.com, go to back pain section.
Yes.
We've got all different sections for elbows, sciatica, knees, etc.
Right.
You're going to pick out the right video by the title. There's a PDF button there. Print out a PDF of the whole video, pictures of the exercises, postures, everything you need.
Let's be honest, printouts are probably for us elderly folk, right?
Yeah. Or, you never know. If you're doing this for studying for your test, you might want to have a printout.
There you
I
go.
don't know if
Sure.
anybody uses paper anymore.
All right. Check it out.